So obviously I like Jakarta, not just because of all the museums, but I do think that one of the biggest hurdles in coming here is trying to find the right places to go to. The museums are easy, they're all in the old town, otherwise known as Kota Tua. But it is very difficult to find, a good hotel that's not too noisy. There are a lot of motorbikes over here. But as we all know, we travel because of food. And Jakarta makes it a little bit difficult to find the best restaurants, the best coffee shops, and so on, just because it's so big. You can't really characterize the whole city in a guidebook because it's really split up into different sections. Old Chinatown, Old Town, there are multiple Chinatowns. And so the food that you eat in one place is obviously going to be different, not only the selection, but the quality than another place. But because there isn't or hasn't been any segregation here for the most part, you're really dealing with a lack of consistency that also makes it one of the most exciting places to go to. Because the other day I went down the street, and I'm not in an affluent neighborhood. It's just that it seems that way because a lot of these hotels were built a long time ago, so they have an old charm. But this hotel is only about $20 to $25 a night, and it's a nice hotel. But again, is it new? No. But everything looks nice. It has that old vintage charm. So and this is right next to a ghastly building by architectural standards, right over here. You would probably call that building Gaudi if you were in the United States. Now, let me show you a little bit about this hotel as well, but getting back to my other issue here is, we were in a position where, this looks like by the way, I feel like I'm in the Chrysler building in New York. There's so much Art Deco out here that's combined with, a Baroque style that is unique to these old colonial style buildings. But getting back to the food, so because you're dealing with a lack of segregation and therefore more varied investment, you can find some of the best places within walking distance, but you have to walk. You can't just drive a car. There are some alleys. The coffee place that I found where I got my whole beans is down an alley. You can drive a motorbike down there, but not a car for the most part. And you have to know exactly where to go. The sign is about this big, so that's how I found it. But speaking of breakfast, my suggestion to you is that if you're in Jakarta, to get a breakfast that's based in fruit, coffee, and especially avocado and mango. Let me show you my breakfast because I don't think Jakarta does a good job advertising the food options. So a lot of people come here, they have, they say, all right, fried rice, nasi goreng for breakfast, not my thing. So let me just, do it yourself, have your own style. And this is my breakfast. So this is milk, avocado, mango, coconut, and probably some other things in there as well. You can find this the problem is you also have to know a little bit of Indonesian, Bahasa Indonesia, because if you try to find this, you can't put fruit bowl in your app. And so you do have to learn a little bit of Bahasa. That's another difficulty in coming here. But the language is not difficult. It's not, you're not learning Cyrillic or some other language that's very difficult to learn for a Westerner without a background in Eastern languages. So this one you would call maybe buah telur, but telur means egg. So even I'm having difficulty, right? So you could put in buah, buah, and then or just put in avocado. You have to know the word for avocado, maybe alpukat, and then you can see it that way. But I also like to mix it up with an avocado shake, an alpukat shake. You could probably just put an alpukat or avocado in your Grab Food or Go Food app. And this place is amazing. It's just es buah, that's the word I just said, a manga besar, ice and juice. It's difficult to find, sometimes they put avocado powder, they don't put real avocado. So you do have to, it takes time, unless you know exactly where you're going. And this is the best coffee shop I've seen, probably. It's just called Nuansa Coffee. And the funny thing is, again, to give you an idea of how just the size and the difficulty in finding places that are related to food, if you're not a local and you don't speak a language. I passed by this place about twice or maybe 3 times, but I was walking on the other side of the street and there was construction. So I didn't find this. This makes my day, knowing I can have this coffee every day for my breakfast, because it really is the best coffee I've had in about 6 months. Nuansa Coffee and Roastery. And so hopefully you'll get a chance yourself to explore, because what makes Jakarta so interesting is its chaos. I call it organized chaos, because if you're a local, you don't think it's chaotic, right? You know where to go. But if you're a tourist, to find a place like this as opposed to a place that's right across the street. And by the way, the hotel across the street is on the 8th floor. It's quieter. So this place looks nicer, but may not be the more ideal location, but still nice. So again, it's that journey of exploration that you can do in a developing country on your own that you can't really do in a developed country. And that's what makes Jakarta so exciting to me.